TRN News.
3 former Memphis police officers were acquitted of all charges in state court today in connection to the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols. The most serious charge was second-degree murder. Nichols, who is black, ran from a traffic stop after being pulled from his car, pepper sprayed, and hit with a taser. The group of officers caught up with the 29-year-old and beat him with batons before arresting him. Nichols' death sparked protests across the nation, and now the city is bracing for more. Speaking outside the courthouse after the verdict was Memphis District Attorney Steve Mulroy, who said he disagrees with the outcome but respects the jury.
Was I surprised that there wasn't a single guilty verdict on any of the counts or any of the lesser included offenses, given the overwhelming evidence that I think that we presented? Yes, I was surprised. Do I have an explanation for it? No.
I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Back in high school, that's when I started smoking. Almost everybody in our crowd did. We'd go to parties, feel awkward, and cigarettes became an easy way to deal with that. But high school was ages ago, and I still smoke. It's not like I haven't tried to quit. I tried after college, then when I hit 30. Now, I have another big birthday coming up this year. I'd love to be done forever with smoking by then.
Most people say they want to quit smoking, but it's not easy. It usually takes several tries before you quit for good. So stop thinking you're a failure, because what you really are is just a normal human being up against a very addictive product. Visit quitterinyou.org or call 1-800-LUNG-USA for tools, tips, and support from the American Lung Association. We support the Quitter in You.
Back in the day, smoking was in. Now, quitting is. So much better.
3 former Memphis police officers were acquitted of all charges in state court today in connection to the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols. The most serious charge was second-degree murder. Nichols, who is black, ran from a traffic stop after being pulled from his car, pepper sprayed, and hit with a taser. The group of officers caught up with the 29-year-old and beat him with batons before arresting him. Nichols' death sparked protests across the nation, and now the city is bracing for more. Speaking outside the courthouse after the verdict was Memphis District Attorney Steve Mulroy. He said he disagrees with the outcome but respects the jury.
Was I surprised that there wasn't a single guilty verdict on any of the counts or any of the lesser included offenses, given the overwhelming evidence that I think that we presented? Yes, I was surprised. Do I have an explanation for it? No.
I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. One person died and several others suffered injuries when 2 vehicles collided in Putnam County Wednesday afternoon. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said the head-on collision occurred on Highway 70 at Double Springs Road. Names of those involved in the crash and specific details have not been released. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office warning residents of a reemerging phone scam involving fraudulent claims related to missed jury duty. Officials say scammers are using spoofed phone numbers that appear to be associated with the Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office says it does not call residents to demand money and that you should hang up if you do receive a call. The city of Baxter has approved the new fiscal year budget that includes a 50-cent an hour raise for employees and no tax increase. Mayor Denny Holmes said the budget does not include any money for major capital projects in the coming year. He said that could change after the town examines revenues in a few months. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. A warmer day is ahead, but it may come at the expense of thunderstorms late in the day. Skies will be partly to mostly sunny through lunchtime, with scattered storms expected to develop in the afternoon. A few storms could be on the strong to severe side with gusty winds and large hail. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Showers and storms are likely overnight with lows in the mid-50s. Scattered thunderstorms will remain possible Friday with highs in the lower 70s. This weekend will feature partly sunny skies with low chances for rain and a few storms. Highs will range from around 70 Saturday to mid-70s on Sunday. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:07. Today's Thursday. It's the 8th. Sheila, good morning.
Good morning. It's
How are you today?
I'm really good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It might be stormy, they said.
Oh, I know. That's what I was gonna say. It's gonna be storms, thunderstorms expected, and you know, a little bit windy at times, but that's coming later on, I think. Anthony Taylor's going to have all that for us, but a high is going to be 75. We're at 59 right now, so not as chilly as it has been.
A few things you need to know. Big Lots is going to be reopening on June the 5th.
All right.
And with their new ownership, Variety Wholesalers, they're not changing the name. Still going to be Big Lots, but with more major brand name merchandise and clothing. So it's, I guess, going to be maybe a little nicer stuff.
I can't wait to check it out. There's always been some good deals there. Sometimes you got to kind of be there at the right time, but now it seems like, you know, they're updating it a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. June 5th is when Big Lots gets back up.
I bet they'll be busy.
I bet they will be too. Yeah,
people are always excited when something new comes to town, which that will be kind of a new version of Big Lots.
A little bit, yeah. You're like Big Lots with a facelift or Botox.
Ooh, Big Lots with the Botox.
Let's say Botox.
That's good.
I don't think it's getting a full facelift.
Right.
But I do think it would be.
It's having a little maintenance.
Maybe a lip plump.
Maybe a new gloss that plumps your lips.
Yeah.
Girls, y'all know what I mean. We have those.
Yeah.
And it starts stinging a little bit, and then you're like, oh, the payoff is great.
Big Lots. She got her a new haircut.
She's looking great. Looking updated.
Yeah.
Well, Power of Putnam. They want to thank the county and city mayors for acknowledging and proclaiming. Yesterday was Fentanyl Awareness Day. And fentanyl poisoning, it's an epidemic, especially in our area in the Upper Cumberland. So our good county mayor, Randy Porter, signed that day as Fentanyl Awareness Day. So they'll do that every year. And then we had lots of folks in here from the Putnam County Power of Putnam. And they were signing that along with. Lauren Wheaton was in there too. And she'll be on our show too to update us pretty soon, trying to get the right scheduling for her.
Yeah.
She's a mom, then works full time, and is the city mayor. She's busy, but she's always willing to come in and talk to us and update us on things. But I think that's great that they are supporting Power of Putnam.
For sure.
Fentanyl's just really such a problem around the whole country, but even here.
Power of Putnam's a great organization.
They really are.
Absolutely.
Good people.
Tickets are available now for the Small Business and Entrepreneur Conference that's coming up in Cookeville. It's hosted by the Biz Foundry, Tennessee Small Business Development Center at UCDD, and Center for Rural Innovation at Tennessee Tech. It's going to be May 16th. It's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. over at the new Expo Center. There's going to be advice from industry pros, strategies you can implement today, complimentary professional headshot, connecting with network and cocktails, breakfast and lunch are going to be served, and an optional VIP dinner and workshop with keynote speaker. I think Carlin Reels was in here not too long ago. I think this is what she was talking about.
Yeah.
What's happening on, just a reminder, May 16th, 8 to 5. You can look up on Facebook, Small Business and Entrepreneur Conference, and there's a link to buy tickets from their event page.
And speaking of events, Rising Above Ministries, they always have their By the Brook event. And their keynote speaker coming up will be Dusty Brooks. She is a Cookeville native, deep roots in our community. She is a wife, and her husband Daniel and her have kids that Caleb, Clay, Max, and Tate, and she's going to be one of their speakers for By the Brook. Details, you can get that on risingaboveministries.org/bythebrook and get tickets for that if you're not signed up yet. But that's coming up. It doesn't have a specific date on that. I think they're just getting ready and promoting it, and it will be coming up in the next few weeks.
There's Transport Topics. I guess it's a magazine for trucking and logistic companies. The centerfolds are always super hot.
Super hot rods or hot trucks?
I don't know. I just made that up. There's no centerfold in
there might be
Transport Topics, but they released their 2025 top 100 list of the largest logistic companies in North America. Averitt, once again, has earned placement across several key categories.
Amazing.
So Averitt out there getting it done and being top of their game as always. So way to go, Averitt Express.
We're always hearing about awards they win and how great they are on different departments. And they even give back to the community.
They're one of those companies that's bigger than you think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you work there, then you know.
Yes.
But if you're just Joe Blow average dude like me,
and you see their trucks and you're like, oh, okay, it's Averitt Express, but you don't realize what all the inner workings of it is.
I mean, like nationally,
yes.
I mean, they're a big deal. And
always
right
Cookeville connection.
That's right.
Yeah. Also, Baxter Depot Museum, it's inviting you to come and see them because this Saturday from 1 to 7, they're open in conjunction with Gearheads Cruise In, and those cruise ins are always pretty popular too. So if you're looking for something to do this Saturday, you can be a part of the cruise in Baxter, and then the Depot Museum is going to be open as well.
A lot of talk these days about your gut health. You know, everybody's talking about that as well. They should. You know, they call your gut your second brain.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I didn't know that second brain was my gut.
Yeah.
I am in trouble.
Explains a lot. At the Cookeville Library this coming Tuesday at noon, it's a lunch and learn how to truly level up your gut health. And that's with Lisa Garcia.
Oh, yeah. She's with
I know. I'm
Wellness. Let's see.
I'm drawing a blank on her business name too.
Oh, I know it.
Anyway, she's great. She'll be a great one to do that lunch and learn, and that's free. You can go and ask questions and all that. That Lunch and Learn is a really cool deal that the Cookeville Library does. Again, that is on May the 13th. It's at noon. The Lunch and Learn, how to truly level up your gut health with Lisa Garcia.
Yeah, she is Cleanse Wellness Spa.
Cleanse Wellness
is who she's with, and board certified colon hydrotherapist.
That was going to bug me.
Yeah, I was trying real hard to find that because I was like, I don't want to get the name of her business wrong because she's one of the first to really bring that to Cookeville. I think she's the only one in Cookeville that does that.
I think so too.
And does a really good job. You know what's great? She is a great job of explaining what it is.
It doesn't make you feel weird about it.
Yeah, in layman's terms, and then you realize just how helpful she does a lymphatic drainage too. Helps that's so good for your system too. So Lisa does a good job there.
That's all I've got for things you need to know. You got any more, Sheila?
That's it.
Your 2 cents is coming up in just a little bit. That's brought to you by our boys down at Freedom Pond on 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
So if you're in charge of bringing a dessert for a dinner party or a get-together, what's your specialty?
Poop cookies.
That's the no-bake cookies.
That's my number. I mean, I get requests for mine.
You do put something special in it.
Yeah.
I think it's something addictive.
No, it's nothing addictive. It's just my mom's secret recipe.
I'm surprised she even told you what that was.
It's a lot like the regular recipe, but as my mom says, it has extra umptiousness.
I love it. Extra umptiousness.
Yeah.
And then what does she say? Because all her little eggs are pretty in her egg carton. She said there's festivity in the egg carton.
Festivity.
I love her terms.
Yeah. So she's got chickens that lay different color eggs.
Yeah.
So when she puts together a carton, it's every other one. One's brown, one's blue.
It does make a difference to me.
And you open it up and you're like, well, look I know.
This.
It's like opening up a work of art.
And it's God's art.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
She's got
nature.
I think they're called Americana chickens that lay the blue eggs, maybe.
Those are my favorites.
I don't know.
No, I don't know how the chickens are.
Sometimes they're a little green on the outside.
I think they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost too pretty to crack, but I do because it's the best eggs.
Nah, they're making more, just like them.
But if you're in charge of bringing a dessert for a party, what's your specialty?
Now, my wife, she makes a fig preserve cake.
It is so good.
I wasn't a big...
Even those that don't think they like fig like this.
I didn't even know that I did, or the only fig thing I'd ever had was a fig Newton.
Yep.
I never had.
That's nothing like this.
Nothing like this. So I didn't know what I'd be getting, what this fig preserve cake was. Now it's like a special occasion tradition. Like it's not Thanksgiving or Christmas unless Donna's made a fig preserve cake. It's a whole thing now. It went from what to how come you hadn't made your fig preserve cake?
I need it.
Yet?
I'm craving it.
Right.
Yeah.
So head over to Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook. Also, is it on Hub TV? Is it
Hub Plus?
Hub Plus. You can go over there and get it on today's question. Your 2 cents brought to you by Freedom Pond, 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. Hang with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you, live in the Willow Window studio. Get more information about Willow Window at willowwindow.pro. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:20.
Well, if you're in charge of bringing dessert for a dinner party, what's your specialty? That's your 2 cents, and it's brought to you by Freedom Pond, Mayberry Street in Sparta. And let me tell you, they are your guns and ammo store too, but they have the Phoenix Trinity Sidekick. It is customized by SK Guns. There were only 20 made, and they have the remaining inventory.
Wow.
They're very rare, and it's such a cool thing. I mean, such an easy thing to work. He let me hold it and try it a little bit.
Ooh.
And I was like,
That make you feel cool?
yes, I didn't at first because I'm like, how do you do this?
Right.
But yeah, Dana Teeple over there can give you a really good deal on that. And if you are a collector of guns, this one, like only 20 made in the whole world. And they've got the remaining inventory.
Tell me
at
the
Freedom
truth.
Pond.
Did you hold it like a Charlie's Angel?
I did.
I knew you did.
Of course I
I
did.
knew you did.
Of course
You can't
I
help it.
did.
I understand.
But y'all need to check it out. And tons of ammo too. And then of course the pawn shop. It's like a whole other section with their guns and ammo. You won't even believe how much selection they have. And then all the other pawn shop things, that it's clean, they're friendly and clean. They don't make you feel stupid for asking stupid questions, because I tried them out on that. I like to ask questions.
Sheila's already took care of that.
And I'm like, oh, they all answer it just like it wasn't nothing. And I know it's stupid questions. But if you're in charge of bringing dessert for a dinner party, what's your specialty? And what are folks saying?
Yeah.
Russell said, whatever that looks good in the Publix bakery.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Russell, is he not married?
He's married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's married.
Just make it, I mean, because if I was supposed to bring, we have taken public stuff where we just run out of time.
Right. That's it. Nobody has time anymore. It's like people cook, but like if you're taking, it's like, but you know, when you, Publix is pretty good though.
Well, if you're going to do that,
go to Publix.
go to Publix.
Their bakery's good.
Well, I think they have the best icing.
They do.
I'm a
For
big
sure.
Publix icing, and I don't like icing.
Some of it's too thick, or they pile it on too
Yeah.
thick. They do it just
It's just right, yeah.
Tex says pound cake homemade.
Ooh,
Homemade pound cake is delicious.
well, you can put a lot of different stuff on that.
Yeah.
In fact, Donna got the stuff to make one this week because our strawberries are coming in.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so she's gonna make a pound
Homemade
cake,
pound cake with that
fresh
strawberries.
and
Homemade whipped cream's always good.
She makes
too.
the whipped cream too.
I'm pretty good
But
at
I'm a big fan of the Cool Whip.
the Cool Whip.
Whip.
Cool Whip. I like Cool Whip, but if I have homemade,
Oh, I'd rather have homemade, but
Cool Whip's not bad.
Cool Whip. Yeah.
I
That'd be cool.
also
not the one in the can, not the.
Ready Whip.
Yeah.
That's just for fun times.
Sheila, quit being nasty.
I'm talking about just like when you got a little sugar craving.
Oh, I went back to Friday Night Lights.
Maybe
where she
you
has
went
her
dirty.
whipped cream bikini.
That's kind of what I was meaning.
I know. That's why I said
He knows how I
quit
think.
being nasty.
I love to make banana bread,
Yeah.
and I can do it with nuts or without nuts, however you want it. And I also like to make cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So homemade cookies and homemade banana bread.
I don't think I've ever had either one of those from you.
When I had
I
time,
haven't had one cookie you've made.
just trying to hint.
It's not a hint, Sheila. That's just a fact.
Oh, you're trying to say I'm lying about cookies?
No, I'm just saying I as long as we've worked together now, I've never, ever had a homemade cookie from Sheila Scruggs.
I'm going to see what I can do about that. You know, I'm trying to watch sugar anyway, though. I try to keep it out of the house.
Right.
So if I don't have it around me,
we'll make them and bring them on.
So I got out of the habit, of making like all the desserts and stuff. But it's my favorite thing to make.
Well,
and
nothing's stopping you.
One year, it wasn't when you were here though. I made homemade banana bread for everybody.
Not for me.
Nuts not included. Because not everybody likes nuts, and some people are allergic to nuts, so I left that out. And then nobody acted like they appreciated it. Maybe it wasn't as good as I thought.
I'd appreciate some homemade cookies.
You like that better than banana bread?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll see what I can do. German cheesecake.
I wonder what.
Now, I like a German chocolate cake, and I've made that. I don't know. It sounds interesting though. Like I want to try it. That was Scott that said that.
Okay.
Kevin said apple pie.
Okay, that's a good one to bring.
What is a ding dong cake? And this is Toby. I don't think he's trying to be nasty.
It's they make those. They make the ding dong.
Yes, the little Hostess.
Yeah, I think you line those up in the bottom of a pan or something, or maybe you make like you know how like when you go to like a Christmas bazaar or something like that, and there's a couple of ladies who has whoopie pie.
Yes, it's something like that, I bet.
I bet they do whoopie pie layer, or maybe
call it a ding dong cake.
Yeah, because ding dongs are about the same thing.
Right. Same, like the chocolate and the cream inside.
And then another chocolate cake
Probably
on top of
good.
that. So I'm guessing I have no idea what he's talking about.
Sounds good.
I'm making all that up in my head, and that sounds delicious.
Christy said chocolate cake with chocolate icing. Can't go wrong.
Can't be beat.
Kim said her banana pudding from scratch or sugar cream pie. Ooh, sugar cream pie.
Sugar cream pie. That sounds good.
We're going to Kim's house.
I wonder how she does her banana pudding.
Well, if she said from scratch.
Well, you know how I'm picky.
I'm picky too, and a lot of people said it's homemade. Yeah, be in a box and everything, it can be homemade too. But if it doesn't have the meringue and you don't cook it on a stove, just out a pudding out of a box.
Meringue.
Your mama don't use meringue on her banana pudding?
No, it's whipped cream.
My mama puts meringue on it, and so did Tim's mama.
Well, that's how both of y'all went wrong, I guess.
No, we didn't go wrong.
Meringue.
Oh God, it's good. It's good.
Meringue.
Mile High meringue.
Oh, my bad.
Like if his mama don't make it, then it's not good. My mama makes it, it's homemade.
Well, so does my mama, and it's the best.
It's good.
It's the best.
I know you hadn't had my mama's either.
No, you hadn't brought me any of that. I brought you some of my mom's.
It took forever.
Yeah, but I still brought it, and it's the best.
I said it was good. It was really good. It's one of the best.
The best.
Don't be acting like my mama's ain't good.
I mean, I don't know. She'll have to make some for me.
All right. Eileen said snickerdoodles and chocolate chip cookies. Cookles.
You can't go wrong bringing chocolate chip cookies. Everybody loves chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, okay. Our engineer Mike said cat litter cake. I have heard of that.
What?
It's almost like a dump cake. You dump everything in there, and it's got little pieces of chocolate and stuff, and it looks like they call it kitty litter cake.
I've never had it.
It's really good.
Okay.
But it's funny to bring, and it's a
y'all's word for that.
It's topical too, because you bring it and like it's kitty litter cake, but it looks like litter.
Ah.
It's great. Brian said banana pudding. Butterfinger cake. Jenna said that. Have you had that?
Yes.
Oh,
delicious.
So good. A lot of people have their southern banana pudding on here.
Well, you know what? There's a banana pudding festival. I think we should have a banana pudding cook-off.
But it has to be cooked on the stove.
It's got to be homemade. And because if there's that many people saying that their signature dish is banana pudding, then we need to have a cook-off.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them saying it.
And y'all, would all be competing for second place. I'll just be real honest with you, behind my mom.
Our dirt cake reminds me of kitty litter cake. They just look different. Dirt cake is like the dump cakes or whatever.
The one with the gummy worms in it?
Yeah, I think so.
They put gummy worms in it because it looks like a big pile of poop.
And Sheila said pineapple upside down cake.
I do love a pineapple upside down
I'm
cake.
picky about that too, though.
I am too.
Because there's some that don't taste as
You're
good.
right.
And I don't know why. It has some kind of, I don't know if it's where they get the pineapples or what.
I don't know either, Sheila, but you're right.
Because I don't like just any.
Pineapple upside down cakes can be iffy.
True.
Sometimes they're a little dry at the top or bottom, depending on how they're served. But
Yeah.
I don't
like that dry.
It's 6:30 now, and coming up, spoiler alert is on the way. It's the latest going on in the world of entertainment and music. So we'll get to that here in just a second here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Gordonsville Tigerettes won another District 7 Single A championship, beating Clay County 7-1 last night. The Tigerettes got home runs from Kaylee Plumley, Mackenzie Herron, and Callie Dillard, while Plumley struck out 15 in the circle for the win. Kaylee Plumley also eclipsed 1,600 career strikeouts in the win. Early yesterday morning, the Pittsburgh Steelers sent wide receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for draft picks. The Steelers will get a third-rounder in next year's draft and a 2027 fifth-round pick. In 3 seasons in Pittsburgh, Pickens caught 174 passes for 2,841 yards and 12 touchdowns. The New York Knicks beat the Boston Celtics 91-90 last night to take a 2-0 lead in the series. The Celtics led by as many as 20 points in the game. Mikal Bridges scored all of his 14 points in the fourth quarter as the Knicks outscored the Celtics 30-17 in the fourth. The Atlanta Braves dropped 2 games below 500 again as they fell to the Cincinnati Reds 4-3 last night. TJ Friedel hit 2 home runs in the win for the Reds. Elsewhere in the MLB, the Yankees beat the Padres in extras 4-3. Phillies over the Rays 7-0. Mets beat the Diamondbacks 7-1. And the Dodgers topped the Marlins 10-1. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you live in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. If you're looking to buy or sell a piece of property, check out our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. if you thought about a career in real estate, it's a great place to start. Or if you're a real estate agent already and just ready to up your game, go talk to our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:35 now.
Our guest this morning will be Penny Brock. There is Friends of the Cookeville Putnam County Animal Shelter fundraiser that's going on, and it's David Yorman Designs. And if y'all ladies or even guys could know about this too, but the designs of jewelry that Yorman has is just so beautiful. And it's going to be at the Green Hills Mall.
Ooh.
For Friends of the Putnam County Animals. We'll find out more about that after 7. Then at 7:30, Chief Benton Young from the Cookeville Fire Department. You know, we're talking about the growth of Cookeville, how that's affected the fire department and other things they have coming up.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Looking forward to that. It's spoiler alert time, and tonight on the talk shows, you got Shakira on Jimmy Fallon. Bill Gates is going to be on Stephen Colbert, so we'll see what he has to say.
He doesn't go on a lot of shows.
Yeah, but we got to watch him.
You got to watch everybody nowadays.
Then it's been a long time since I've heard this name. Paula Poundstone is going to be on Stephen Colbert too.
She's got a local connection.
Paula Poundstone?
Sure, yeah. I'd always heard her dad
Yeah.
lived in Silver Point or the Baxter area, somewhere along in there.
Really?
That's what I'd heard.
I didn't know that.
If he's still alive. That was like years ago when I heard that. And I thought it was a joke and somebody was pulling my leg. They're not. And we went to see her at Zany's when she was real hot.
Yeah.
You know, she was real popular. And I haven't heard that name, like you said, in a long time.
Me either. So I guess she's on her way back. On regular TV tonight on ABC, you got 911, Dr. Odyssey, and Grey's Anatomy. On CBS, George and Mandy's First Marriage, Ghost, and Elsbeth. On Fox, you've got Next Level Chef and Farmer Wants a Wife. NBC, you got The Law and Orders and Found. Then on Nat Geo, Europe from Above. So I don't know if that's just drone footage of.
And explaining what is. That would be beautiful, though.
On streaming tonight, you got Octopus. That's new on Amazon, a limited series there. Season 1 of Forever, that's going to be on Netflix. Poker Face is on Peacock. Conan O'Brien Must Go is on Max. And on Paramount Plus, Criminal Minds Evolution. Just another one of the Criminal Minds shows that are that's out there. That's some of Sheila's stuff.
Criminal Minds. I think I might watch that octopus and see what's happening in the ocean.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's that or if it's. I remember they had those the octopus murders.
No.
Where
you would think I'd know since they were murders.
Yeah, well, it was more about government conspiracy. So I know
sometimes that's boring.
You don't like watching that.
Well, I would like stuff about Watergate and finding out about it. Depends on what kind of conspiracy.
I don't know that's what that's about, but I think it's a series based on that, I think.
Like several different arms of the government?
Yeah.
Is that what they mean?
Yeah, exactly. The tentacles.
Like an octopus?
The tentacles of the government. Yeah. The Golden Globes has announced a new award category honoring the best podcast of the year.
Maybe we'll make that.
Probably not. The
with an attitude like that, no.
The category will debut at the 83rd Golden Globe Awards. That's January the 11th.
Well, we got time to work up a campaign for that.
I mean, Sheila, we were surprised we won at the Firefly Festival.
We were like, did y'all rig this? What's going on?
I mean, we got nominated for a Golden Globe. We were like, what?
Oh, something's not up. Somebody's punking us.
Oh, that would
yes.
Yeah.
It's so funny. We're like, what? Did we really win locally at the Firefly? You know, when they say act like you've been there, we totally didn't.
No, we're like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Amy Poehler will reunite with Parks and Rec co-creator Mike Schur. for a comedy called Dig, which Peacock has ordered for a series. That's according to the Hollywood Reporter. That's bound to be good. CBS has ordered the Yellowstone sequel, Y, the
like the letter Y, like for Yellowstone.
So it's Y: Marshals for its mid-season lineup. Luke Grimes will reprise his role as Casey Dutton in the drama.
I'll watch Casey.
And see his character joining an elite unit of U.S. Marshals. Heck yes, I am in for that.
That actually sounds like, now don't get me wrong, girls, I do love some Rip and Beth, but that sounds like a better premise than the Rip and Beth show.
I think both will be good.
I hope so.
I think both will be good.
Because it's hard to continue characters when they've been in another setting.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's been spinoffs before, but a lot didn't succeed.
No, but I imagine that there might be some intertwining maybe of the two. But Casey as a U.S. Marshal and with an elite team of U.S. Marshals, because, you got to remember, Casey was... when Yellowstone first started, he just gotten back from being some elite military,
I think he was a sharpshooter or something.
Maybe that was it.
And I was thinking, I'd like to dig in deeper and find out more about him because they really didn't in Yellowstone. So I really think that will be interesting. They'll bring out like all of the levels and layers of Casey.
I hope they and this is going to sound terrible. I hope they recast his wife. Not that she's done a bad job.
She's a good actress.
I just don't think that's the role for her.
I think it's how that is written too. Maybe, I don't know, maybe another actor or actress could have done differently.
I don't know, just something about it.
I almost think the story kind of made me like not like it.
I think that may be it.
She wasn't as supportive as I wanted her to be, and
Yeah.
I don't think that was the acting in it. It was that writing of that, in which we're like, if you're loyal and you have your vows, you need to stick with them and kind of hang with them and support each other.
Yeah.
Because why else would you get married if you're not going to help each other like emotionally and they'd be there for him? And I felt like she let him down a little bit.
Maybe she came through in the end there. I don't know.
I want to root for her.
Yeah. Jimmy Wayne Carwile has been charged with felony stalking and vandalism after he allegedly crashed his vehicle into Jennifer Aniston's home.
Was he Southern? Jimmy Wayne.
Jimmy Wayne Carwile. Yeah.
It sounds like a Southern boy.
I feel like we know him.
It sounds like somebody you would have hung out with in high school.
Jimmy Wayne did that?
Jimmy Wayne went all the way to Hollywood.
I just saw him at the Doodle last week.
Exactly. It sounds just like such a name that we would all know.
Jimmy Wayne, yeah, he had that big catfish dinner.
He'd always had a crush on Jennifer Aniston.
He's talking about at the Doodle when we was there. I didn't think he'd really do anything about it.
I love it. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt either, because that's America's sweetheart.
She was home.
She was home. He almost made it into her house. That Jimmy Wayne, what's he up to?
Laura Michelle Owens has been indicted on 7 felony counts, including fraud, forgery, perjury, tampering with evidence, for allegedly fabricating a pregnancy and paternity claim against Clayton Etchard, star of The Bachelor season 26.
Boy, you talk about trying to entrap somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
She altered an ultrasound image, fabricated a pregnancy video, and lied multiple times under oath.
See, ladies, we get mad at these men, which, yes, there are some sorry men, but there's some sorry women too. That's going above and beyond to try to get that man.
Tom Brady has expressed regret over his participation in the greatest roast of all time, Tom Brady.
Oh my goodness, we're still on the roast.
He said it was a parenting screw up due to its impact on his kids.
Oh.
And they did have some pretty terrible things to say.
So it's really affected his kids. So I get that though, but you'd think it's all adults here, but other kids have found out and they're probably mocking his kids.
Of course other kids saw it.
Yeah.
I think his kids are teenagers, aren't they?
Well, I hate that that's been, an adverse effect.
Michael Pitt, known for his roles in Broadwalk Empire and Dawson's Creek, was arrested in Brooklyn. Charges with 9 criminal counts, including first-degree sexual abuse, criminal sexual acts, assault, attempted assault, and strangulation.
Oh, my goodness. Has he been hanging out with Diddy?
I guess so. Faces up to 25 years in prison.
My goodness.
And if you missed The Masked Singer last night, it was the season finale.
I did miss it.
And so the last Masked Singer standing, and this is one that I thought I knew, was Gretchen Wilson.
Oh, my goodness. The redneck woman.
Yeah. So she pulled that mask off. Sure enough, it was Gretchen Wilson. I didn't have it picked as Gretchen Wilson.
That's a good one, though.
I thought I could, as soon as they took it off, I was like, man, I can't believe I couldn't recognize Gretchen Wilson.
Who did you think she was?
I didn't know. I couldn't put my finger on it, which is probably why she lasted as long as she
and
did.
I think they do try to change it. I mean, they
do.
change their speaking voice when
That's
they're being
right.
interviewed, but they use their real voice singing, but I also think they try to trick you, the actual singers.
100%. Yeah.
So, wow, she must have done a good job
She
then.
did. Yeah. Yeah. Gretchen Wilson's a good singer.
Yeah,
I mean, she really is. We just get wrapped up in her redneck woman stuff and then forget that she can actually
she
sing.
fell into that. Yeah, the actors, they get typecast.
yeah.
That's kind of singers do the same too. That's why I kind of think the Masked Singer, I'm intrigued by it because I'm like, oh, that person is a real singer. I can hear their singing.
Yeah.
And then you can tell that person's an actor because they don't sing as well.
That's right.
And
yeah.
then some of them will fool you because they've been on stage singing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm talking about like,
some of those actors and actresses, they sing great.
and they've been like in
Trained.
what am I trying to say? Like New York plays.
Broadway.
Broadway is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I'm like, what is it?
That's what I'm here for, Sheila.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason.
Coming up, we've got The Real Good. That's coming up. A couple of stories that are positive and uplifting. Also, this is round 4 of Ask Sheila. Sheila's up to 7, correct?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's surprising, like the Firefly Festival. This week, 'cause
7.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
This is a big deal.
Here's what's going on. I've had coffee today. I had like that Celsius energy drink that I'd gotten the last 2 days. They're not sponsoring the show or anything, but it's a natural vitamin energy thing. And today is different. I've had the coffee, so we'll find out if it's different brain power.
We'll see which one works the best then. All right. That's all coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang on.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Warning! Excessive fun ahead. The 47th Annual Polk Salad Festival hits Jackson County May 8th through the 10th with live music, vendors, events, and car show. And more polk salad than you can shake a biscuit at. Visit polksalad.org and tell your taste buds we said you're welcome. It's the Polk Salad Festival in Jackson County with Cookeville Communications.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. A warmer day is ahead, but it may come at the expense of thunderstorms late in the day. Skies will be partly to mostly sunny through lunchtime, with scattered storms expected to develop in the afternoon. A few storms could be on the strong to severe side with gusty winds and large hail. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Showers and storms are likely overnight with lows in the mid-50s. Scattered thunderstorms will remain possible Friday with highs in the lower 70s. This weekend will feature partly sunny skies with low chances for rain and a few storms. Highs will range from around 70 Saturday to mid-70s on Sunday. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:50.
We've got thunderstorms coming later on today. High of 70, but we've got 65 right now. No, I'm sorry, 60 right now.
Yeah, get it right, Sheila.
I'm sorry.
Golly.
I let Anthony Taylor do all that now.
And we got some big plans with Anthony coming up.
Yeah, Anthony's so great and so passionate about the weather.
Yeah. We got some,
I know that sounds funny, passionate about the weather, but I'm saying he's studied it all his life.
got some big plans.
He's just great.
I just hope most of them come to pass. But we got together the other day.
What do you mean most of his plans come to pass? Because it's a lot of work.
Well, no, I mean, it's fine to have plans.
Yeah.
But, sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. So we'll see. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that's positive and uplifting, and we call it The Real Good. Over the weekend, Olympic gymnastics legend Simone Biles attended the Kentucky Derby.
I saw her
Mm-hmm.
when I watched the Derby. She's so tiny and cute.
She's so tiny.
I mean, you forget how tiny she is, and she looks so cute, and they were dressed in like lavender.
Yeah.
And her man, who's a football player,
I forget
his name, but they both look really nice together. But he's super tall. She's super short, shorter than me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to go. That was looks so cute.
She threw out the first pitch at a baseball game,
Mm-hmm.
and her standing on the mound. It was like, oh my.
You're like, oh my goodness. And then that big field.
Yeah. You just forget, Anyway, once the race was over, Simone donated that hat she was wearing to a special auction called Hats for Healing. That auction ends Sunday, May the 11th. The money raised by the auction will be donated to Corsair for Kids, which is a children's charity based in Louisville, Kentucky.
That's wonderful.
So that'd be cool to get her
That's
hat.
a cool hat, too.
Maybe you should buy it since we're going to go to the Derby next year. Y'all both short. I bet y'all's heads are the same size.
She's probably got a tinier head than me. I'm big-headed.
I bet y'all have the same size head.
I would like that hat.
Jeffrey Shaw of Richland, Washington, rode his bike over 363 miles from Springfield, Oregon, with a mission of raising funds for addiction recovery. He covered 363 miles by riding for about 24 hours, which is a pretty amazing pace, by the way, especially since the ride featured a total elevation change of nearly 9,000 feet. That'd take a toll on your lungs. Jeffrey hopped off his bike. He said he felt like he was on top of the world and explained why his adventure was so important to him. He said, 21 years ago, I had a substance abuse problem for several years, and I got off because somebody offered me help. It changed my life. So why shouldn't someone else have that same opportunity to change their life?
That's great.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So to Jeffrey Shaw and to Simone Biles, y'all are
real good.
Round 4 of Ask Sheila's here. Sheila's got 7 correct answers this week.
I hope the theme is good today. Something that I'm good at.
The theme today is your least favorite, average Americans.
Well, because it's anything.
I know.
It's hard.
It's the hardest category.
It really is.
Because
it could be anything.
Because as Americans, we're weird.
We're up in the air.
We are a weird bunch of people.
We are. Our habits are strange.
So here's question 1, Sheila.
All right.
On an average day, this is one day, on an average day, Americans spend $8 million on this type of food.
Pizza.
No.
Coffee. I know it's not food.
No, that's not it. I can't really give you. If I give you a hint, it's going to give it to you immediately.
Say it one more time so I can think.
On an average day,
Hey.
Americans spend $8 million on this type of food, and I would say that you at least maybe once a week or every other week are having to purchase this for your own home.
Eggs.
Dog food.
I was thinking people food.
I know. See, that's why I couldn't give you a hint.
I wouldn't have got it.
If I'd have said it was
Because my next was going to be bread.
Because if I'd have
People
said
make sandwiches.
this isn't for humans.
And then I thought of potatoes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Sheila.
I should have gotten that
I
one,
just
though.
couldn't give you that one hint.
I'm a pet lover.
I know.
That's very frustrating.
According to USA Today. Oh, no. This is about pets. I'm sorry, Sheila. I should have told you that. I thought it was all.
I would have gotten that then.
Yeah, you would have. I'm going to give it to you.
I don't want to be just
I
handed.
didn't give you the right category. That's my fault.
Because I was thinking.
You have 8 right. I'm sorry.
Well.
No. You would have gotten that if I told you it was about pets.
I would have said pet food if it was
Yeah.
about pets. All right. It's okay.
All right. According to USA Today, this is the number one item that vets remove from a dog's stomach.
Socks.
What is it? Not socks.
Oh, I thought it was socks.
No, it's not
'Cause
socks.
They remove them a lot.
But you're hot there. You're warm.
Shoes.
No, smaller. Think smaller. Shoes in the stomach would be ridiculous.
Well, parts of shoes is what I was talking about because they chew them
yeah,
up.
but that's not it.
I'm close around that.
I mean, you with socks you were, shoes no.
Like stockings, hose.
No.
Now you've confused me. I feel like I'm not doing good at this at all.
Women's panties is the answer.
I'm embarrassed to even think about that.
Well, they're smaller. They're
I think
tinier.
there'd be more socks because dogs like to play tug with those.
I like to play tug with those, but they're pretty big, you know.
But I'm telling you, the vet shows that I watch, like on Animal Planet, they've removed a lot of socks from dogs' tummies.
Well, according to USA Today, the number one item that vets remove from a dog's stomach is women's panties.
I think y'all are lying,
I bet
USA.
they're the tiny little thong ones.
They're like, oh, there's a string.
Yeah.
The thong.
That's what I bet they are. I mean,
Oh, that's funny.
that's why it's women's, you know.
Yeah. Not men's big old
it's funny. Even
boxers or something.
Even dogs are like, nah, that's a dude. Not doing that. Plus, they are bigger.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes those little thong panties, you know,
Tiny little ones.
you know what? They charge as much for them as they do the big granny panties.
Well, it's just like even when I had shorter hair, I'm thinking it's like not as almost like a guy haircut. They were charging me twice as much as the men.
Isn't that crazy?
And they're like, well, we've got to style it.
Huh.
And I'm like, you style the man's hair too.
That's. I agree with you, Sheila. The average dog. Okay, this is question number 3.
I'm hoping I can get this.
I'm giving you one because I screwed you up there and I didn't mean to. The average dog costs its owner $717 a year. $35 a year is what it costs to own this. What is it? It's another pet. So a dog costs you $700 and some odd dollars a year.
So a cat?
Pet will cost you $35.
A cat?
Oh, of course not.
No, because guinea pig.
No.
Rabbit.
No. But it is in a container.
A hamster.
Fish.
I wasn't even thinking fish.
And no, Engineer Mike, we're not getting an aquarium for the radio station.
I don't know what the problem would be.
I know, everybody's for the aquarium.
Except
but me.
you. Because he's already said that the people he's talked to will come and clean it for us. Wouldn't even be it would just have a relaxing.
That's the last thing we need is something else to take care of.
We can't even take care of ourselves.
I mean, we're hanging on by a thread as it is.
We are. That kitchen's always a mess.
6:59 now, and coming up next, there's a fundraiser for the what is it? The Friends of
the Cookeville Animals.
Right. So
Cookeville, Putnam County Animals.
we'll talk to them coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville. Hang on, we'll be right back.
TRN News.
A former deputy with the Cheatham County Sheriff's Office is facing criminal charges, including rape. TPI reports Jeffrey Key was taken into custody yesterday. Investigators believe Key sexually assaulted a woman and crashed a car into a mailbox on the same night. He was not on duty at the time. Key is no longer working as a deputy. A Memphis nonprofit is urging city leaders to address gaps in the justice system that make tracking criminal cases difficult. Memphis Crime Beat told the city council that a lack of comprehensive court data hinders efforts to evaluate how cases move through the system. In 2024, more than 10,000 cases were dismissed without explanation, and the group wants more transparency on sentencing, rehabilitation, and dismissal rates by judge. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Are you among the millions of Americans living with chronic pain? If so, you may think prescription opioids are the solution. The truth is, the benefits of opioids are limited. Opioids only mask the pain. Opioids also come with serious side effects, ranging from nausea to withdrawal symptoms to overdose. As many as 25% of people who are prescribed opioids struggle with addiction. And those who are addicted to opioids are 40 times more likely to move on to heroin. No one wants to live in pain, but no one should put their health at risk to be pain-free. There is another choice: physical therapy. Physical therapists treat pain through movement and exercise, no warning labels required. And you get to be an active participant in your care. Choose to treat your pain safely. Choose physical therapy. Visit moveforwardpt.com to find a physical therapist near you. This public service announcement is brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association.
Some former patients of HRC medical centers can now sign up to get lawsuit payouts from the company. Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Scrametti's office made the announcement yesterday. Consumers who got bioidentical hormone replacement treatments from one of the company's 3 locations, including the one in Nashville, are eligible for compensation of up to around $2,200. To claim funds, those who are eligible need to sign up at hrcrestitutionfund.com before August 30th. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office is looking to hire 335 new correctional deputies. Applicants must be at least 18, have a high school diploma or GED, and hold a valid driver's license. Officials say the role offers competitive starting pay, advancement opportunities, and support for training and education. Over 24 deputies joined the workforce in February after completing the program. Those interested can apply online through the Sheriff's Office website. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. One person died and several others suffered injuries when 2 vehicles collided in Putnam County Wednesday afternoon. Sheriff Eddie Ferris said the head-on collision occurred on Highway 70 at Double Springs Road. Names of those involved in the crash and specific details have not been released. The Cumberland County Sheriff's Office warning residents of a reemerging phone scam involving fraudulent claims related to missed jury duty. Officials say scammers are using spoofed phone numbers that appear to be associated with the Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office says it does not call residents to demand money and that you should hang up if you do receive a call. The city of Baxter has approved the new fiscal year budget that includes a 50-cent an hour raise for employees and no tax increase. Mayor Denny Holmes said the budget does not include any money for major capital projects in the coming year. He said that could change after the town examines revenues in a few months. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. A warmer day is ahead, but it may come at the expense of thunderstorms late in the day. Skies will be partly to mostly sunny through lunchtime, with scattered storms expected to develop in the afternoon. A few storms could be on the strong to severe side with gusty winds and large hail. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Showers and storms are likely overnight with lows in the mid-50s. Scattered thunderstorms will remain possible Friday with highs in the lower 70s. This weekend will feature partly sunny skies with low chances for rain and a few storms. Highs will range from around 70 Saturday to mid-70s on Sunday. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune and dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:07 now.
And the Friends of the Cookeville Putnam County Animals, they're doing a fundraiser that's coming up this Friday and Saturday from 10 to 8 each day. And we're talking with Penny Brock. She is with the Cookeville Putnam County Animals. And how did y'all come up with this fundraiser? Because it's actually at Green Hills Mall. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, Sheila, last fall I was at the Green Hills Mall and I was shopping at David Yurman, and just so happened Eric, the manager there, happened to see my dog's picture, a Weimaraner, on my cell phone screensaver, and he commented, and of course, you know, dogs bring us all together, and we started talking about everything, and I was telling him about our largest fundraiser, which is Fur Ball of the Year, and he said, we would love to partner with y'all, he said, because David Yurman is very philanthropic, and we'd love to do a fundraiser if that would be okay. So we started planning. That was probably in October. So we started that time, and it's just come to fruition, and it's going to be this weekend, and we're really excited about it.
David Yurman will be talking. That's who we're talking to at 7:15.
Yeah,
right?
the manager Eric that is at the store.
Okay,
at Green
manager
Hills
Eric.
Mall.
Now, so this guy, he's just looking at your phone, and you be like, and you weren't all like, quit looking at my phone.
No. He saw Cash's picture, and I'm like, oh yeah, Cash is a rescue. Started telling him about Cash, and he told me about his dog, and we were just talking about all my other dogs too, and told him, I sat on the board of the animal shelter, and, one thing led to another, and we're always looking for things that we're going to put in our largest fundraiser of the year is the Fur Ball event. So I'm always looking for things to do that, and they were very gracious and donated a $500 gift certificate for that. And, they were very, very nice. So they donated for that, and we're really excited. David Yurman's really a great quality jewelry. It's very, it's high end. It's timeless actually. It just never goes out of style.
Isn't it funny how dogs bring people together? I mean, it doesn't matter what you think or what side of the aisle you're on or anything like that. But if two people get together who just love dogs, and
Right.
dogs just bring people together. Dogs are the best animals on earth, I think.
It's the truth because, as you know, I adopted Izzy, who passed away about 3-4 years ago, but she lived 16 years and she was adopted from the Putnam County Animal Shelter. And I met so many people through her. I felt like she helped be a spokesperson for how great shelter dogs could be. And now I have a toy poodle, and that dog is bringing other people into our lives too. So it's just amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they just seem to mesh together, and you can meet so many people, and it's an easy conversation.
So I know you've been a part of the Friends of the Cookeville Putnam County Animal Shelter for many, many years. Can you tell everyone exactly how, like when they donate, what the money is used for?
Yes, oftentimes we get requests from Jennifer, the shelter manager, because dogs are a lot more adoptable if we have a little bit of money to help ease the adoption, because not everyone can afford a $170 adoption. So if they come in and they can't afford it, sometimes, we'll do adoption events and we'll say, hey, here's a couple $1,000s to use, and you can use this for adoption events. So that helps prepay the adoption.
I know I've seen some dogs and even cats there that said the sponsorship has been paid, that you just need to qualify for the adoption.
Right, exactly. And that comes from us, and it helps a whole lot because not everyone can afford it. I mean, it's an expense because, you've got the adoption, you've got to make a place for your dog, you've got, the food, bowls, bedding, all that. So, it's a major investment for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Well, that and I imagine it the day-to-day operating expenses too at the animal shelter is probably nothing to sneeze at.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and oftentimes, they'll be running low on food. We try to help them get food. We have a lot of people. Oftentimes, will donate food when they find out, and we do like Purina because it's sort of a even kill across the board.
Mm-hmm.
That way, we're not changing so much brand of dog food.
And it's always easy to get. It's available everywhere. So
yes, exactly.
I know some people have said to me, well, $170 to adopt a dog, that's expensive, but I have to explain the cost of the shelter. The dog is fixed. The dog has all their shots. And before they even release that pet, they want to make sure that they've been neutered.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of expense that goes into play there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Jennifer. I can speak volumes about our shelter director, Jennifer. She does a fabulous job of running the shelter. She's absolutely wonderful.
You know what? And it seems like within the past few years, it's taken several steps forward as well. So growing and getting better all the time. They didn't just rest on any laurels or anything. They've really been getting after it to make that a better facility at all times. They're always looking for a way to make that better for the community, and even more importantly, sometimes for the animals.
Right, absolutely. And I might mention also that, I don't know if y'all are aware, we do have the dog park out there.
Yes.
And we have the dog park. It's $25 a year. And then that way it's the members only. When you go in, that other animals have had their shots. They've been spayed and neutered and all that. So your dog's not going to be running with somebody that's not been vaccinated.
Right. Well, just real quick here, let's talk about, the fundraiser at Green Hills just before we get off the phone with you. Give us the details about how we participate, and is it something that we do we need to go to Green Hills Mall, or is there a way to do this online, or can we drop by the animal shelter? Tell us how to be involved.
Okay, so if you don't want to make the drive down to Green Hills, what you can do is you can look online and see, what you would like to purchase. You can actually call the Green Hills store, and I'm sure Eric will give you that phone number.
Okay.
You can call the Green Hills store and place your order, and just mention the Cookeville Putnam County Animals or the Cookeville Animal Shelter, and they'll make sure that we get a donation on that sale.
Oh, easy enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's no piece of David Yurman jewelry that I do not love.
Tim.
I'm right
Yes.
there with you. And this being Mother's Day weekend, what a better time if you're still looking for a Mother's Day gift.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
You
there
help your
go.
local community and buy something beautiful for your mama.
Right. Or your wife. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just like Sheila said, everything she likes. So I'm the same way. There's not a thing you could pick out that I would not like.
Well, I need to get online and look at this stuff. Obviously, I don't know who David Yurman is. So, but then again, I'm a dude. I've took to wearing silicone wedding rings. So,
Us ladies keep up with all that, don't we, Penny?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, he's a designer in New York, and it's just fabulous. They do a great job.
And like you said, it's classy. It never goes out of style.
That and just right place, right time, right, Penny?
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing how things come together like that.
Right, and they also have men's jewelry. I'll add as well.
Oh, well.
Yes, so you need to get on there and look.
Maybe I'll get into that.
Yeah, they have some beautiful things.
Well, Penny, thank you so much. This is going to be a great fundraiser. We're going to talk to Eric coming up next, and we'll get the details, the store, where to find the store, the phone number to call, and a little bit more about the jewelry. And so the main thing we need people to do is, if they're buying a piece of David Yurman jewelry, then they need to mention that they're buying it in conjunction with, or they want it to go to the Cookeville Animal Rescue. Is that right?
Friends of the Cookeville Putnam County Animals.
Friends of the Cookeville, but just send it to the Cookeville Animals, and I bet they'll understand.
Right. Or you could just mention the Cookeville Animal Shelter.
Okay.
Yes, and that is at the Green Hills Mall only.
Yes,
All right.
Green Hill. Well, that's the only David Yurman in Nashville.
Well,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, yeah, Green Hills is the fancy place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only one in Nashville. So, but
Okay.
yeah, you don't want to get online and order because it's going to get lost in the shuffle. The only way is to call directly to the Green Hills
Okay.
Mall.
We'll get all the details with Eric coming up next. Penny, thank you so much for taking your
Perfect.
time this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back, guys. Hang on, okay?
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, Catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:19 or 7:20. Want to keep you updated. That's the time.
Yeah, 7:20.
The first to give you the most accurate time.
And the most accurate weather comes from Anthony Taylor, not from me. Eric Bartley is the manager at Green Hills Mall, and we're talking about the Cookeville, Putnam County Friends of the Animals, and we're trying to get him on the phone here in just a little bit.
He's here now.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, Eric.
Eric Bartley, right, the manager of the Green Hills Mall, David Yurman store. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you all doing?
Doing great. Now, how did all that when you heard about this? You know that this could be a fundraiser. Are you an animal lover? Were you all like, heck yeah, let's get involved in this?
Well, yeah. So Penny is one of our clients, and she always raves about the organization. And then as someone who has grown up with animals my entire life, I mean, and my parents were like the kind of people that, you know, if a stray came in, we took them in. We had like 6 dogs at one point. So I've always grown up around animals, always loved animals. And when Penny was telling us about the organization, we kind of just connected. And at that moment, I'm like, we have to do a partnership. Like, it's a must. So
I think that's wonderful that you did that. She said you just saw a picture of her Weimaraner on her phone and then just picked up a conversation on that, and then said,
literally,
David Yurman is very philanthropic, and sounds like the designer loves animals as well, or maybe it came from you.
Well, it's one of those things too. It comes from all of us. It trickles down because David Yurman and his wife are still living designers, so they're very philanthropic people. But also, it's animals are one thing is about the connection. Like, I literally just went to a meeting in New York with our company, and we were talking about how, you know, during COVID, like, everyone got an animal because we were all longing for that connection. So I think just animals are always like bringing out the best in us. It's unconditional love. So
I totally agree.
Totally agree. When I get home in the afternoon, my dogs, they come and greet me and love me and all that stuff. And then you get into your house and they're like, oh, you're here again. The humans are like, oh, hey.
Yeah, the humans are like, look, I've had a rough day too. Don't talk to me. But the dogs love you no matter what.
Yeah, my dog's like, I can't believe you came back. Oh, thank you so much for coming home.
You're a rock star.
Right.
I know, you're like, you have a rough day, and then you're like, somebody loves me. Thank you.
That's right.
Somebody
Yeah.
appreciates me. Even if it's just for the food.
Yeah, that's right.
I did not realize that the Green Hills Mall had the only David Yurman store in the area.
We're the only David Yurman store in the area. The closest one to us would either be Atlanta or St. Louis. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're kind of here in the luxury space in Nashville. But it's great because it's better because we get to meet people from all around. Like, we have a great vast clientele from all over the state and even into like Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky. So,
well, let me tell you, Green Hills is the bougie store. Could you explain some of the things that folks could be looking for? I know his designs are so classic and they're just beautiful no matter if you got them 10 years ago or whenever. They're still in style.
Yeah, it's funny because it's something that they kind of just, again, it's their passion, the Yurman's passion, it's their love, and we have something kind of catered for everyone, and we're kind of, it's a great thing because you meet people where they are, whether they're, buying their first piece after getting out of college, or, they've been a collector for 30 years, or we even have people that have inherited pieces from their grandparents, and now they're wanting to start a collection based on that. Jewelry's like a great thing because it's very connected to special moments in your life.
Mhm.
So that's kind of even what drew me to the brand, but honestly, just the medium of jewelry. So.
And I know Penny was saying that if folks can't make it to Green Hills, that they could call your store. They can look online and then call your store and say they want to buy a piece and have some of that go to the Cookeville, Putnam County Friends of the Shelter.
Of course. I mean, you can definitely call the store and just say that you heard about the charity component of the weekend, and then you just let them know that you're partnering with us. You heard us on the radio. You received an invitation, however it may be, and we're happy to ring it up, and we do complimentary overnight shipping. So if you want it before Mother's Day, feel free to call us on Friday.
Wow.
But yeah, so we definitely want to make sure, everyone can participate, even if you can't make it all the way to Green Hills and want to sit in the traffic. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Used to, back in the day, a trip to Nashville wasn't so painstaking, especially Green Hills. But
Right.
now it seems like Nashville is tore up all the time now.
Right.
How is it around Green Hills Mall?
I mean, it is. They've done a lot of construction in Green Hills. I mean, they continually are, but it's the same. It's growing. I think they're doing making it more accessible. I think they're taking down some of the red lights, making it a little faster. But like I said, if you can't make it out, feel free to give us a call. You can ask for myself. Jillian McDonald is actually someone who works very close with Penny, so you can ask for her as well. And we're happy to take care of you all.
And David, Eric, how long have you been with David Yurman?
So I've actually been with the brand for about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I actually started with David Yurman when it opened in Nashville in 2011. And then I traveled some with the brand. I opened a store in Washington, D.C. But Nashville is kind of home to me, and I wanted to come back. So right before the pandemic in 2019, I moved back and been here ever since. So.
Well, you sound very passionate about it. What's your favorite thing about working there and meeting clients?
Well, honestly, I think it's just the brand, the heritage, the fact that you're working for a family brand. They still treat everyone like family, and the fact that you get to meet so many great people, you get to partner with so many great organizations like this one, and actually, you're not just working in a retail store. You actually come to work with like a purpose and feel like you're, putting some positivity out in the world and changing lives. So.
Well, I was impressed that David Yurman and the Green Hills Mall really wanted to help the Friends of the Cookeville Putnam County Animals. Thank you so much for doing that, too. I just think that says a lot about your store.
Like Penny always says, we have to be the voices for our animals.
Well, that's true. Eric, what is the phone number to your store? I know we could Google it, but if you have it on the top of your head, would you mind giving that out right now?
Thank you for asking. Of course I have it at the top of my head. It's area code 615-298-1190.
All right. And then when they call and they obviously need to know what they want before they call.
Well, they can peruse our website, davidyurman.com.
Okay.
And if they have any, kind of pre-selections, but also we have myself, like I said, we have Jillian that works there who works closely with Penny. We have a great operations staff. So, we're happy to even help navigate them over the phone.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask, what if you're like me and I don't really know a lot about jewelry or things like that. It's just not the thing that interests me. But if I wanted to get something for my mom or my wife for Mother's Day coming up, and you don't know, you just don't know. Can you guys help us? Big dummies with that stuff.
Navigate through it. Yeah.
Of course. That's why, you're in radio, I'm in jewelry.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll talk about your jewelry. I just don't know anything about it.
No, but that's the beauty of especially being with this brand. It's we want to make sure everyone gets pieces that they love and they can wear and suits their lifestyle. So, we can go as far as trading photos, like learning your style, kind of what they wear, who they are as a person every day. And we're happy to kind of go back and forth until you get the right piece, that you think is going to suit them. So
I can tell you this, my wife is really good at picking the most expensive thing.
Of course, that's
and she takes pride in it. We'll be looking at something, there's no price tags, and she'll pick something out, it'll be the most expensive, then she'll turn around to me and go, see, I have great taste.
Well, that's perfect. And you can send me her number after this conversation. I'll reach out to her, and it's going to charity. So.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Okay, Eric.
We'll see what happens. Eric, thank you so much for taking time this morning to talk to us, and thanks for being involved with a charity here in Cookeville and Putnam County. I know it's a bit away from your store, but we appreciate that from our community. Thanks for being involved with this.
Of course. I mean, we have, like I said, we service clients from all over Tennessee and the region, and it's, we love doing things for people that are not just in Nashville. So.
Yeah. We serve a greater region. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day and have a great time in Nashville, and hopefully you don't get trampled by a bachorette party later.
Send me prayers.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
It's good morning, Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window studio. Coming up, another great guest.
Yeah, Chief Benton Young from the Cookeville Fire Department is coming up next.
All right, stay with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. Hang on.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Gordonsville Tigerettes won another District 7 Single A championship, beating Clay County 7-1 last night. The Tigerettes got home runs from Kaylee Plumley, Mackenzie Herron, and Callie Dillard, while Plumley struck out 15 in the circle for the win. Kaylee Plumley also eclipsed 1,600 career strikeouts in the win. Early yesterday morning, the Pittsburgh Steelers sent wide receiver George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for draft picks. The Steelers will get a third-rounder in next year's draft and a 2027 fifth-round pick. In 3 seasons in Pittsburgh, Pickens caught 174 passes for 2,841 yards and 12 touchdowns. The New York Knicks beat the Boston Celtics 91-90 last night to take a 2-0 lead in the series. The Celtics led by as many as 20 points in the game. Mikal Bridges scored all of his 14 points in the fourth quarter as the Knicks outscored the Celtics 30-17 in the fourth. The Atlanta Braves dropped 2 games below 500 again as they fell to the Cincinnati Reds 4-3 last night. TJ Friedel hit 2 home runs in the win for the Reds. Elsewhere in the MLB, the Yankees beat the Padres in extras 4-3. Phillies over the Rays 7-0. Mets beat the Diamondbacks 7-1. And the Dodgers topped the Marlins 10-1. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. 7:34 now.
And we're happy to have Cookeville Fire Department Chief Benton Young with us. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, always a pleasure. Good morning.
Well, I know Cookeville has grown so much, and I was just curious, and I know others may be too, how that affects the fire department and other entities like you guys around town, because there is so much growth.
Yeah, there is. Of course, with growth comes, for us, it's more call volume. It's more everything, you know. So just to give you an example, in 23, we ran 3,500 calls. 24, it was more closer to 4,500 calls. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but 900 calls, that's 900 wrecks, medical calls, fires, something we responded to. So, we just prepare as far as training and equipment and what we need as far as materials go. But, it's not just police, it's fire, it's EMS, it's everybody. So, but yeah, Cookeville's growing, and I don't know if a lot of people know this or not. I know y'all do, but Cookeville was like 13th on U-Haul's one-way destination list.
Yeah.
That just, it blows me away. In the country.
Yeah.
It does blow your mind, though, and you're thinking...
So I've got a legit question here, because I got into a situation yesterday that I just didn't know what to do. So, they had and they have this several places around town right now where they're doing some construction work, which absolutely need to be done. I'm not busting on anybody doing construction or anything, but down to one lane of traffic. So everybody's in this one lane of traffic. Well, here comes a fire truck and EMS.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to pull over at. What is the proper way to address
That's a great
that?
question.
Because I didn't know what to do. So I just
And it's hard for y'all because you
stayed
can't
in
find
my
a way to...
spot and thought, well, if I stay here and don't do anything erratic, they can at least plan to get around me or what. I didn't know what to do.
That's the best thing. If you can't yield to the right, just stay where you are, because they're going to go around in the opposite lanes. But if you start going left, right, that's where, oh no, we're trying to figure out what you're trying to do and still drive.
Yeah,
So
for lack of better terms, they freak out a little bit.
So just stay positioned where you're at if you can't yield to the right, and that will get around you. So
well, you could tell I could see everybody around me kind of like, we don't know what to do. We know we need to not be in the way, but how do we get out of the way? And I just thought, man, that is because if you on a normal day with no construction, you know what to do.
Right.
But in those situations, or even if you're at a red light and, you got 2 lanes and a turn and they're all full, you got no place to go.
Best thing to do is just stay still.
Okay. All right.
And that makes it harder for y'all trying to get to the people when you're trying to save lives.
Well, like on the interstate, we run this a lot over the years, but you'll get a wreck on the interstate. Well, the traffic backs up, so we'll have to go down to a turnaround or another exit and come back up. And we found what we started doing several years ago is go up through the middle. It gives everybody a chance to get over. There's room on the shoulders of the interstate.
Right.
You can't fit between the guardrails and the oncoming traffic, so that actually works out pretty well.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the interstate, because you're right, it backs up so quick, especially through here anymore. I mean,
you might get a mile of backup.
Yeah, I was trying to get off Willow the other day, and there had been a wreck.
Right.
And the police department, THP, fire, they were all there, and to the point, and I don't guess you could get there. So they started turning everybody around, and we had to go the opposite way up the ramp, which was really weird, especially with all the cops around, because, you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, but they're telling me to do it. But they had to turn as many people as they could around. So fire and rescue, EMTs, and everybody that needed to be at the scene, so they could get there. Yeah.
And you don't think every second matters on stuff like that. You don't know how serious it is for somebody. And a lot of people don't realize that the fire department are first responders as well on wrecks and things like that. It's not just fires you guys do.
68% of our calls now are medical calls. So, we respond to any medical emergency inside the city of Cookeville, other than like a sick call or something like that. And if the ambulances are tied up with other calls, we'll actually respond to those too.
Oh my!
So we run a lot of medical calls.
The Sheila was talking about the growth of Cookeville and the amount of homes and new homes that are getting built. You know, a lot of them are in pretty tight areas.
They are.
You know, how does that affect the fire department and apartments too? A lot of apartments have gone up. You know, what are some safety things that those people need to be more aware of than say some of us who live out in the sticks and have plenty of room around our home? I know there's probably some different precautions that need to be looked at there.
There is. As far as the you know, I call them small houses or where you've got a 10-foot setback between houses. It's, you know, we have a fire or something, we're looking more toward protecting the exposures than we would say a house like, you know, out in the sticks. Like
Right,
this,
yeah.
You know, we're just going in and putting that out. So while we're putting that main fire out in that building or that house or that apartment, we're also protecting the exposures for that so it doesn't spread.
Right.
Keeping that contained, you know, we can only limit the damage once we get there.
Sure.
So we try to get there and limit as much as possible, and protecting exposures is a big part of that.
What can the homeowners do or apartment dwellers do
just be
to
cautious.
protect themselves?
Be cautious when you're grilling or you know, if you have a place to have a campfire or what do you call the little fire pits?
Fire pits, yeah.
You know, just be cautious because, like you said, the houses and apartments are so close anymore. A couple of sparks here or there, it doesn't take a whole lot, you know, especially when it's really dry.
And always have that that hose there next to you, or a bucket of water or something like that if you're doing a fire.
Yes, ma'am, that's for sure. But you know, you can have a fire extinguisher if you have a small fire in your kitchen or something. You know, you can probably put that out with a fire extinguisher. We always recommend people call 911 first,
right,
and then get out, because in the city of Cookeville, we're most time there we're in 2 to 4 minutes response time. So
wow,
I mean, it's really quick.
Yeah.
And we're building these 2 new stations. I don't know if y'all are aware.
Yeah,
of this
yeah,
or not.
absolutely.
Those are going to increase our response time as far as our medical calls goes, because those 2 stations now do not have room for squad medical response trucks. So when these new stations are built, we'll actually have 2 new squads medical response trucks, 1 in each one. So that's we're actually doing a city right now, dividing it up between 2 medical trucks. So when those come online, we'll actually decrease our response time as far as the medical calls, because it's going to decrease that area of response.
Now,
That's great.
What is the, you know, from when and of course, you know, I'm thinking of it like a TV show. We've talked about this before, but you know, the bell rings and it's fire time. What is the
fire time?
well, what is the average to, you know, get all that gear on from when you first, you know, hear there's a fire to getting all that gear on? Then you're still saying you're 2 to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a lot of gear to get on and then get to the location.
And that
in 2
gear
to
is
4
so
minutes.
heavy.
Yeah.
So a minute is what the NFPA recommends getting your gear on.
Really?
And I'm sure y'all practice.
We do, and
to see how fast you can do it. And
yeah, so all our guys go through the academy, and they do that daily. I mean, you have to get it down to where you have that on in a minute.
Do it in their sleep.
Yep.
I imagine
Sleep,
sometimes
yeah.
they do.
Yeah. They do.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're waking up 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, foggy headed for a second, trying to figure out what's going on, but the whole time you're getting dressed out, and the engineer's looking to see where he's going. The crews are getting dressed out, so it's a pretty smooth motion once it all gets going.
That's too cool. It's 7:43 now. Chief Benton Young is here in the studio with us. We'll talk to him a little bit more coming up on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-Window-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Warning, excessive fun ahead. The 47th Annual Poke Salad Festival hits Jackson County May 8th through the 10th with live music, vendors, events, and car show. And more poke salad than you can shake a biscuit at. Visit pokesalad.org and tell your taste buds we said you're welcome. It's the Poke Salad Festival in Jackson County with Cookeville Communications.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. A warmer day is ahead, but it may come at the expense of thunderstorms late in the day. Skies will be partly to mostly sunny through lunchtime, with scattered storms expected to develop in the afternoon. A few storms could be on the strong to severe side with gusty winds and large hail. Highs will top out in the mid-70s. Southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Showers and storms are likely overnight with lows in the mid-50s. Scattered thunderstorms will remain possible Friday with highs in the lower 70s. This weekend will feature partly sunny skies with low chances for rain and a few storms. Highs will range from around 70 Saturday to mid-70s on Sunday. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:45 now.
I know Jason has a question about a burn permit before we get into Jason's personal questions. Chief Benton Young from the Cookeville Fire Department is here, and I was going to say something that I noticed a lot is that you guys maintain those fire trucks. I mean, they'll park them out there, and I'll pass by and I'll see them cleaning them. I mean, y'all really take great care of the fire trucks too. I know you have to basically, but they always look spotless.
Well, I mean, they're a big expense.
They are. They're return on investment's what we look at. But those, it's 3 years to get a new fire truck today. If you
That's
order
crazy to me.
Well, I see you checking hoses and everything. It's not just cleaning the fire truck. I mean, y'all inspect it. I don't know how often you do that. That's what I was curious about.
Sheila takes a lot of time watching the firemen.
Well,
she's very interested in fire.
You're acting like I'm stalking. I just got, it's the one in town, and I was cutting through, and I'm like, well, I see them out there cleaning a lot.
Cutting through town.
I was like, hey, how you doing? I know y'all.
Checking out the firefighter. Yeah, Sheila.
He always tries to embarrass me when y'all are in.
Yeah, they of course they check them off daily. I mean, we have equipment checks off that we do regularly.
So daily I can go by.
Yeah.
Every morning, usually about a little after 8, they're out there checking them off. But we try to keep them clean and keep them maintenance because they're such a huge investment, and we're expecting those to last 20 years. So we really have to maintain them best we can.
So they're 3 years behind on fire trucks.
If we ordered that we have a new aerial coming in. It should be delivered in February 26th. We ordered that actually 3 years ago. It was initially 48 months, but they actually had a 36-month slot open up, so we was able to get that. So 3 to 4 years to get a new.
My goodness.
Aerial. And you think, well, that's crazy, and it is. But if you had one that was in an accident or something, that's 3 years.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. If something came up all of a sudden,
I guess you have to think too. There's not a fire truck store. I mean, it's not like you can drive to the fire truck dealership and
correct
and get you a fire truck. Yeah. They're probably all ordered like this.
They're built to spec to whatever you spec them out to be. So a lot of times that's a one-on-one, because people may want something on it that nobody else has. So it's a unique piece of equipment.
And see, I didn't think about that, like ordering them or how long it would take. I think your average citizen, we don't know any of that.
No, we live in the Amazon world now where why can't I get it tomorrow?
Right. It's like immediate.
Yeah, I need it tomorrow.
If they started selling fire trucks
on that Amazon, I would surprise me either. Yeah.
Our poor firefighters and first responders waiting three to 4 years for something.
Now, what about, and this is probably an odd question, but what do you get a new fire truck, maybe you're going to retire another fire truck. Do you find some volunteer fire departments around the area to offer that to, or do you sell them to try to recoup some money back, or how does that work?
So usually when we get a new one, we'll place the one that's replacing into reserve status.
Okay.
So that way, if that engine has to be serviced or whatever, they can just hop on the reserve.
I got you.
So we have plenty of reserves, luckily, in the city. But sometimes, things happen to. You'll have 2 or 3 have to be serviced at the same time for whatever. But we're in good shape as far as the reserve apparatus goes. But once that gets 20 25, 30 years old, it's time to take it out of service just because of updated safety issues and equipment and stuff. So
Right.
usually they'll surplus that, the city will, and sell that. For example, we sold our old ladder truck we had for a long time. I think somebody from North Carolina bought it and was going to use it in movies or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So anybody can buy one when it goes to?
Yeah.
Are you wanting a fire truck, Jason?
No, I mean,
You looked very interested.
would it be fun to have one?
Yes.
Do I want to spend the money and then spend the money to keep it updated?
No.
No. That sounds like a
That's the
lot.
key. It's a lot of money to keep those.
I mean, it'd be fun to have one to drive around every now and then in a parade or whatever. But y'all do such a good job with being not just somebody who saves lives, but also makes the community a better place. You know, with being in, doing all kinds of different community
And that's
things.
why I like the firefighters.
Yeah, of course. But I guess a lot of fire departments do that, but it seems like y'all do it a little bit more. Is that
Well, to
the
us,
case or no?
It's part of our job, and we're a full-time career department. So being in the public and educating our students and kids in the schools, I mean, that's what we're there for. If we can get more education out there, that helps us in the long run because people's like, oh, well, if I do this, this is going to happen, right?
Right.
So, it's fire education. We're a big part of that. We think it's very important, and it's along with our codes and other stuff that we go into. I mean, it's just an important part to be part of the community. We try to do any event we have. I mean,
Oh yeah, well I see you I see you everywhere.
be there. It's just community relationship, and it goes back to the fire service for centuries. Because your fire departments back centuries ago was the community. That's you got together, and that's how you put your fires out. Well, that's the same thing today. It's just a more modern version of it.
I just think it's great because it shows that you not only care about your job, about what y'all do, but you care about the community in general, that you're willing to show up at so many of these things, whether it's big time event like Red, White, and Boom,
touch a truck,
or a touch a truck. It doesn't matter. Y'all are there, and there is a safety feeling with that. It's like, okay, well, the fire department's here, so I feel good about being here too. And so there is that little bit of
There is, yeah. When I see a fire truck and ambulance and all the I feel like that's extra security for us in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
We've got first responders there to react immediately and help.
So it is cool for the kids too, because
they love it.
We're talking about this. I think every little boy, has a dream of being a firefighter at some
It does seem like that at one point or another. They wanted fire trucks and to be a firefighter. Did that start with you as you were a little boy?
It did, and it stuck, and it never really left. When I was probably 3 years old, I remember my mom used to take me up here to the city hall where it was only stationed at the time, and Captain Ray used to let me go up in the truck and
that did it.
That did it. And it's funny because one of those trucks I was actually driving when I was
no kidding.
I'm a firefighter.
Wow.
I love that.
Well, we saw yesterday, I forgot what, maybe was it USA Today that did the poll, Sheila?
Oh, yes. About
most demanding job, and firefighter was second on the list. And so.
And see, I don't think people realize that or think about it. I mean, but I was thinking they're running into a building when everybody else is running out if it's on fire. Then you are first responders at wrecks, and sometimes it is really bad wrecks that y'all see.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's a lot to really deal with.
We know it's demanding, and sometimes we just take y'all for granted. You're going to be there, But what are some of those demanding things that maybe general population doesn't know about?
So it's physically demanding at times, especially if you're on a fire. It can be 0 or 110 degrees outside, and you got bunker gear on. So it's physically demanding, but it's also mentally demanding. We've taken a lot more focus on our mental health over the last decade or so. Before that was non-existent, I think.
Right. You said to man up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the attitude it was, and especially here in Cookeville, One of our biggest things, and my big thing was, if you're stressing or need some mental health, we're there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something to be ashamed about. It's not something that we're going to turn our backs to or whatever. Most people may not know this, but we've actually had some employees suicides over the years.
I didn't know that.
So it's we don't ever want to have that happen again. So we have a toolbox, what I consider a toolbox for the guys of tools they can help themselves. We can help them get help, whatever they need. So it's not just physically managed; it's also mentally demanding.
I imagine so. You're dealing with people at their absolute worst, and you're seeing some things that are the absolute worst.
Yeah, I mean, you're anytime we go out, it's a lot of time it's the worst day that person's ever had.
Yeah.
So we're there to try to ease their comfort and make them more comfortable, ease their issues they're having, but we're having to deal with that too. So over time that builds up, and that build up can if you don't let that out somewhere, it can cause problems. And a lot of that is around the table at work. We're talking about discussing it. So a lot of times the stress comes out there, but sometimes some people need a little extra. So it's just part of it.
My question was this.
It's okay, Jason. Go ahead.
About I'm looking to burn my garden off. Now I live out in the county, so I can start burning stuff at May 15th is the proper time to be able to start burning outside. But in the city, you always have to get a permit. How does because I know a lot of people like to burn their garden spot off or something like that. So one is how do you get that permit? Two, what's the safest way to do that?
So you can either call the office and we can give you one over the phone, or you can get online and actually get a permit online.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't know you could go online and do it.
Yeah, you can go online and do it also.
Is there a lot of things like that might get out of hand if somebody's burning their trash or burning their garden off?
It does. It happens almost weekly here.
Really?
Part of it, yeah.
So what is the main thing they need to know when they do it? Just because you got a permit don't mean you know what you're doing.
Well, just keep it small. Keep your water source available, water hose, whatever you've got there. We require everything to be out by dark. So if you're going to burn something, it's better do it, earlier in the day where it's going to burn out and be out by that afternoon. Because at night in the city, if you got a fire burning, I promise we'll get 100 calls.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. So.
Well, my safety precaution is this, and tell me if this is a good idea or not.
I'm going to say no.
No, I think you're going to like this.
I was thinking, no, it probably isn't, Jason.
So I've got a little, one of those pump sprayers that you use, if you're doing some Roundup or, whatever. So I'll fill that with water. And if there's I like to call them hot spots because that's what they said on TV. There's a hot spot. I'll go and
he thinks he's like a little undercover firefighter.
Spray it down, to where it doesn't spread.
Basically, a little fire extinguisher, so that'll work.
Good job.
Nailed it.
That doesn't mean you're a firefighter now.
Well, no, absolutely not. Because if it got really out of hand, I'd go running and screaming and calling 911. I'm
screaming like a little girl.
I'm burning the whole county down. Help! That'd be me. But that's it's hard, because especially around here because there's always a breeze here.
Yeah.
And where I live, up on the mountain a little bit, there's even
a better breeze,
even more of a breeze. And you don't even you think about it when you've got a fire going and got the wind coming. Of course, it picks up the fire. But until like all these wildfires, you didn't realize how fast that would make those things spread.
Oh yeah, the wind is what drives them. And we don't issue burn permits if the wind speeds over 10 miles an hour.
Oh really?
Yeah. So we try to keep.
Here lately, that's been almost every day.
We've had some crazy weather here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chief, thanks so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it. I was hoping I'd get to see you this afternoon, but you got budget meetings.
Yes, sir.
And are we budgeting to have more firefighters since it is growing right quick?
Well, to a degree, yes. We've got a position that we're going to fund it, hopefully, if they approve it after July. And got some new equipment and stuff on there, so it'll be good this year.
So approve it, y'all.
All good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, and
thank you.
Nobody burned down anything. She's got
He's got things
today.
to do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tomorrow, from Upper Cumberland reporter Jacob Vinson will be with us, and also Matthew Christ from the Baxter Branch Library.
Oh, are we doing trivia tomorrow?
He said, "Do you want me to do trivia?" I said, "Jason loves your trivia.
Yeah, let's
trivia."
do it. That'd be fun.
He's been working on that. He's proud of it.
Good. That's exciting. All right. Well, big Friday fun to look forward to.
That's right.
Have a great day today. Remember, there might be some thunderstorms and things like that this afternoon, so just be weather aware. We'll keep you updated with Anthony Taylor from Upper Cumberland Weather all day long here on Hub Plus and the Cookeville Communication radio stations. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.